Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global How Things Today. We're so excited to have you again. Finally, the People Democratic Party have spoken up concerning the move by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to appoint ministers from the PDP. This is quite shocking. Yes, he had promised he would be running an all-inclusive government, but no one had believed that he would take this kind of move. Some say it is a strategy towards stealing the minds of the people from the People Democratic Party and other opposition party to himself. Don't forget that the Labour Party had already sent out a message via one of their spokesperson, Tanko, that he cannot buy them with such a strategy, that he also cannot fool through obedience with such strategy. But then People Democratic Party have decided to speak up, especially considering the fact that the likes of Wike and Otum are allegedly involved in that ministerial list. Let's look at the full details of what they had to say and also the position of Nigerians in respect of this political move by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, according to the news, the People Democratic Party (PDP) is facing a fresh crisis as some leaders of the opposition party are allegedly pushing for the immediate expulsion of any of its chieftains that are set to serve in the yet to be unfolded cabinet of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It has been reported that the crisis follows allegation that Tinubu is considering appointing some PDP chieftains, including the former governors Nyesom Wike and Samuel Otom of the Rivers and Benue states, to his cabinet. This has angered some PDP leaders who are accusing the former governors of betrayal. They are arguing that Wike and Otum worked against the People Democratic Party presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar during the 2023 elections. Wike and Otum were among the 5 PDP governors who backed the candidacy of Atiku Abubakar in the 20. I'll take that again. He said Wike and Otum were among the 5 PDP governors who backed down on the candidacy of Atiku Abubakar in the 2023 presidential election. However, they were reportedly unhappy with the outcome of the election and refused to support Atiku during the campaigns. It is gathered that PDP leaders are opposed to the appointment of these men into Tinubu's cabinet, arguing that it would be a betrayal of the party. They are also concerned that Wike and Otum would use their positions in the cabinet to undermine the PDP. The split within the party was apparent when former Benue State Governor Samuel Otum and the former Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose reacted to allegations made by Atiku Abubakar's spokesperson Frank Shaibu. Shaibu had accused Otum and Fayose of being seeking relevance, appointment, and protection from prosecution. According to him, he said, "We want to appreciate Fayose for describing Wike as an average madman. Indeed, it is only a madman who can use violence to prevent people from coming into a state to campaign. It takes madness to subvert the will of the people." Otum was one of the worst governors in the history of Nigeria. His case filed at the EFCC is bulky, and he was recently invited but released because of Wike's intervention. Okezikbezu, the former governor of Abia State, also performed abysmally in office. His successor has been complaining almost on a daily basis, but EFCC will not prosecute him because of the G5 connection. This is what they have turned the country into. That was what Shaibu said. Otum denied the allegation, saying that he and Fayose are men of honor who would not do anything to compromise their integrity. Fayose said he is not afraid of Atiku or his spokesman and that he will continue to speak his mind. Quite interesting, I must say. And guess what? Nigerians have reacted to it. But first of all, let us look at these holistically, taking into consideration the fact that politics is over and governance is what Nigerians are looking for. Now, if you look at the decision made by this current administration for a short period of time now, you will know that some of them are totally anti-citizen. For example, collecting a huge amount or intending to collect such amount of $800 million or $500 million and extending 8,000 naira on a monthly basis to 12,000 people. Is that the palliative that will solve the problem of Nigeria's cost? No. Most Nigeria were subscribing to 100,000 naira increase in the price or in the salaries of workers. But even with that, it will not suffice. Why? Because Nigeria is not only under the employ, that's Nigerians. We are not only under the employ of the government. There are a lot of people who are private individuals. So how would you be able to mitigate the effect of the subsidy removal on their own side? It's going to be very difficult to do that. So the ideal thing to do is to see how the government can give at least concern in the area of fixing the refinery, make it so speedy. Even if we can get some monies to get that done, Nigerians will be happy so that at least the huge increase in the prices of fuel will be reduced drastically. And from there, you balance other things, equip our own our own farmers, both corporate and both micro and macro farmers, to ensure that there is adequate food supplies to the cities and also to the suburb where people are living. That alone will help to ease down the short supply of um, food in those areas. I think that is what should be adopted. But then he has decided to bring in more people to work with him, talking about the president, because that's for him a move towards including everyone to work with him, because he believes he doesn't have the total wisdom, to do a lot of things. But then on a political basis, we have to understand that there are some key people who were in the other party that ought not to feature in the leadership of this current administration. If they feature, it will be counted as a betrayal. But guess what? The president do not even care whether he's going to act as a betrayal, because even with him, he wants more people to come in. So because he's just imagining, if I can extract people like Tom and Wike and the G5 people, they have a way of winning the hearts of their people to work in favor of him in his second term. And don't forget that Wike did so much by enabling him to win in Rivers State. If he had lost to LP, as it should have been, we know what would have happened in the number of people that Nigeria got. So all of that put together is enough to break the heart of PDP. But however, the situation is getting very interesting, because I know if these people are being expelled out of the PDP, it will go an extra mile in affecting a lot of things, and it will mess up the party a great deal. From all indication, with what we have seen thus far, PDP seems not to be an opposition again. They seem to be working hand in hand with the APC. But let's see what will happen in the nearest future, as they have, called this chieftain out. Would they truly expel them? Listen to